Roderick Fedorov, the freighter, Omega Group. My squad just returned from the Dark Place. Well, what all of us did. They sent us to gather Ethereum crystals. It's like picking wildflowers in hell. And of course we say yes, because we are Spetsnaz. Refusal is not an option. Not if you want to maintain your career. But it's not gone well. I have lost more friends here than I did in Afghanistan. No career is worth that. If this is what it takes for me to make sergeant, I can only guess what the colonel has done to get where he is. I was a different man when I enlisted. I wanted to travel as far from home as possible. And I feared nothing. This mission has cured me of both. Fedorov, Omega Group. We have been reassigned from Ethereum mining duties. That task now falls to vermin, enemies of the state. But now they expect us to map the Dark Ether. That is what Pack calls this place. I would like to see him try to survey this madness. They've seen things out here. Unspeakable things. And today, push moi. Usually, large groups of the infected are chaotic, mindless mobs, but today, I found hundreds of them strangely grouped. And their clothing, were they uniforms? I dared not get too close, but they looked like... No. No, that cannot be right. It surely cannot be. This place, it plays tricks on you. I just need to get some sleep.
Ivan Kozlov. Prisoner number 136778. I was transferred here from Perm 35 labor camp last month. Somehow, I have survived 5 trips into the darkness to get at the fucking crystals. 5. That bastard American doctor even called me Lucky Ivan. Forced us through his gateway at gunpoint. Shot the first man who dared to say "Niet." So in go 9 of us. Only Lucky Ivan comes back. And now, I'm in this hellish place on trip number 6, and I cannot find the exit. Did they close it? Did they get tired of waiting for me? These crystals are heavy. I do not know where I am. And I know something out there is watching me. Not so lucky, after all.
Tobias Hoffman, Sergeant. I was captured on a covert mission in the DDR. My superiors had to deny they ever heard of me. The Stasi interrogated me. I gave them nothing. So they threw me in a Dresden prison for 2 years. And now, a KGB unit I never heard of before has me hunting for damned monsters in this nightmare world they have discovered. They brought other prisoners, political dissidents and common criminals, to gather strange minerals from this place. But I have skills the others do not, so they make me hunt specimens for their American scientists. It makes sense. Why risk their own soldiers when they have someone as utterly expendable as me? So I kill their specimens and drag them back for study. The American is giddy with these new playthings. He promises to reward me, but I know his words are empty. Strange, man. I swear he feels more kinship for these creatures than he does for other people. Truth be told, I do not hate this work. Dangerous, yes, but better than rotting in a jail cell.
My name is Olga. It is Olga. Olga. Damn it, I cannot remember last name. I was pulled out of labor camp to mine crystals. I was healthy then. But I think crystals make me sick. First came nightmares. I am chair. I am box. I am table. Maybe it does not seem scary, but it is. Then came fevers and pain. Now, parts of skin look like wood, look like a brick. It is different every morning. Bones are crooked. They bend like rubber. And hair is sticking together like tails of rats. Am I falling apart? Or am I turning into something else?
I do not know how long it has been. How long have I gone without orders? How long without purpose? I fear I am losing. Not just a war, but losing myself. There were soldiers, an army. One I recognized, but hoped I would never see again. I am afraid that wherever I go, I may not come back. There was a crooked man, and he went a crooked mile. He found a crooked sixpence against a crooked style. He bought a crooked cat, which got a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a little crooked house. There was a woman that I met. Her gait was far from crooked. She told me never to lose faith, in spite of how I looked. She told me that I was not worthless. The German accent threw me off, but her words inspired me nonetheless. We will fix this crooked house. Friends at Omega HQ, back here at Outpost 25 with an update on my situation. Requiem is here, and believe it or not, that's actually good news. Now, why would you say that, Peck? I can hear you ask. Well, let me explain. Do you know what I love about Requiem? They're idiots, and idiots are good for one thing, following instructions. moment's hesitation, like a lemming leaping off a cliff. Well, these little Requiem lemmings leapt right into restarting the power for me, which means I can now begin satellite transfer of all our work back to Omega HQ. The facility may be lost, but Omega's work will live on. Don't thank me. Thank Requiem. What good, little lemmings?
Oh, Beck. When I heard of your situation, I cannot say I was surprised. What was it? Experiment gone wrong? Did you forget to carry the 1 in equation? Drop deadly vial? Or was it worse? Something more sinister? How many men have you sent to their deaths in other dimensions? Maybe one came back for revenge? Rest assured, we are assessing situation. It does not look good for you. I told them it was big risk hiring Americans. They are not built to last. I'll report back soon with our decision. Heck, it is Valentina again. Omega has made decision, and looks like your ace-up sleeve actually worked. We are receiving your satellite transfer. Download should be complete within an hour. Once it is done, you are to destroy mainframe. Ensure there is nothing left for Requiem to acquire. Omega teams are en route to your position for evac. ETA 2 hours. Do try to stay alive until then. Valentina out.
Hello, Beck. I have been informed to your current situation. Most unfortunate, especially for men with bright future. I had big hopes for you. An American in Moscow, like classic Hollywood movie, huh? I was Gene Kelly, and you... well, you were the other one. When I last spoke to you, I gave you simple task. Capture Nexus, find them all. Simple. 1 week later and you have outdone yourself. You have destroyed your base, gotten countless loyalists killed. But at least you learned who Maul was, huh? But wait. This is not true. You did not find Maul. You also lost most valuable intelligence assets because you think it was a smart idea to throw her into other fucking dimension. Do not worry, Peck. Gorev is here now to clean up your mess. I will find your Maul. For his sake, I hope he is dead. If he is not, he will soon wish he was.
Code in. I am alive. Yes. Still alive. Hear me. I really do hope that you can hear me. Yes, it is me. Please answer. I know you are listening. Code out. I'm not worthless. I'm not nothing. I don't know how long I've been waiting for an answer, but I haven't had one yet. I know you are there. I know. But I am here, and I have been waiting for a long time. How long, I don't know. The days are blurred. The nights are relentless. Is it a week? Is it a month? More? It all seems so long ago. Not too long ago. I hope. Monsters are real. I used to have nightmares about them. And I told myself I was being foolish. I was wrong. I'm not scared. I have overcome much worse things. I will take their power from them by using it. Now, I hide in shadows, like they did when I was a child. I found shelter. I found food. I do what I need to in order to survive. Tomorrow will be a better day. I will choose to believe that. The perpetual night brings dark thoughts inside me. I want to get it out. I don't understand why. I am not spiteful. I am just. I am only me. I am sorry. It's always dark here. I used to worry that morning would never come. But now, I choose to embrace the darkness, to find the light within myself. I am not a bad person. I am a good soul. I want to believe that. I have to believe that. I wish I could prove it. Maybe I shouldn't. Why do I care what they think of me? I'm just sorry. They do not really know me. When I opened my eyes, there was blood on my hands. I stared at it, not knowing if it was mine. Then I saw the bodies. Omega soldiers. They looked like victims of a frenzied attack. An attack that continued even after they were dead. I have a knife. I do not remember where it came from. I just want to go home. This is a dream. A bad dream. It has to be. That's what I tell myself. Even if it isn't true. What is happening? Why is it happening? I don't know. I don't know anything. I am lost. Please find me. Please. I tried to write it down, but the words still escape me. I see what I have written, but I barely recognize it. My name is Maxis. Samantha Maxis. This I know. I was on a mission. I am still on a mission. Ravenov. Weaver. I have written these names over and over. They must be important. But not as important as End Station. What a tangled web. I know I seek Requiem. Solace. Peace. I pray that they are the same thing. I don't know how or why, but I am remembering. I was angry before, and wasn't me. If it was, it really wasn't who I wanted to be. I made a promise. A promise I couldn't keep. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have kept you safe. I didn't. Maybe that anger made me do things. Things I wish I hadn't done. I may regret some, but others I meant to do. Tech. He deserves whatever damnation I have brought upon him. I hope he burns in a hell worse than mine.
Team, I can't overstate just how important this mission is. We're at risk of falling so far behind, we may never catch up. My contacts in the field have provided intel that suggests Omega are not only advancing their Ethereum applications, but they have in fact harnessed the power to move in and out of the other dimension at will. The other dimension? Well, it's got a name that you may have already heard. I'm not exactly sure who first coined the term, but we've taken to calling it the Dark Ether. The name is probably no more ominous than the reality. Omega's next move will doubtless be to try to weaponize it. I'm sure I don't have to tell you how bad that will be. You already know what the mission parameters are. You know what needs to be done. Even if we can't apprehend Peck, we must recover what remains of his intel. But there's more than that. You are already someone who knows when to read between the lines. You are someone who knows there are other battles to be won. Battles to avoid a bigger war. This is personal for me. You need to make every effort to extract Samantha Maxis. I'm trusting you. William Peck. This fucker is a traitor. He deserves to be brought to justice. If you want to know what you're dealing with, I think it would be entirely appropriate to call him a malignant narcissist. However smart he may be, or thinks he is, the only thing he cares about is himself. Strange as it sounds, we could really use him right now.
Outpost 25. Just look at this place. This hilltop used to be a U.S. Army fire support base called Ripcord. Nothing left of it now. This construction's all new. Our intel report said it was walled off. Impenetrable. Omega's very own Fort Knox. Not hard to see why. I'll make this clear. We're behind. Requiem's made progress, but it pales next to what Omega's accomplished. Teleportation, a new kind of super battery, and that assault rifle won't be long until the Reds have it in mass production. If we could recover that rifle tech, or their research on weaponization, it would be a very good day for Requiem. Hell, maybe I could pass it along to the DOD, give them something to cheer about. But we'll keep that one between us, won't we? Now, all this sour talk doesn't mean Requiem hasn't had some wins. You're equipped with one right now. The WAND's Weaponized Ethereum Neutralizer device. Cool toy, right? Little pet project of mine. One of my men brought me the concept, and once I saw the schematics, I realized the tactical edge they provide in the field. Allocated one of our science teams to develop the tech. Dr. Strauss initially objected because, of course, that grouchy old German did, but he eventually came around. Sure, the names might be a little splashy, but you gotta let the eggheads have a little fun during R&D. I won't lie. It's a strange feeling sending you to Nam. Feels like yesterday I was being flown out. And that first week, it was hot, wet. No matter what you did, you couldn't get rid of the stick. You try washing it off and it just make it worse. And don't get me started on the damn lizards in the showers. Hard years. I lost men. Family, brothers. And there was Apache Snow. But that's a story for another time. Let's just say when we came back, the stick stuck with us. I spent years trying to clean it off.
Here you are, Outpost 25. The progress they have made at this facility. We may as well be the NACA watching the Sputnik launch. I would be lying if I said their Ethereum-based power source hadn't caught my eye. It is interesting work, albeit crude and unrefined. They approach the process like a blacksmith when what it needs is an architect. Recover that research, and I will refine their work in weeks, ending this Ethereum energy space race before it's barely begun. Ethereum has proven to be fascinating in both its gaseous and solid crystalline states. It appears the infected and dark ether creatures require it for their very survival, not unlike oxygen in our own reality. We've observed that the farther you are from a breach, the less exposure you risk. If Ethereum is their oxygen, this explains why they are restricted to these outbreak zones. But I suppose this is all rather boring to you. I may as well be attempting discourse with a slab of meat, a bovine with a submachine gun. You would do well to remember how Ethereum has benefited you in the field. Major Carver's WANDs, the experimental explosives you clear pathways with. 2 examples of things that would not exist if not for my work. You're welcome. The goal of my work has always been to create the tools necessary for humanity's improvement, not its destruction. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. But I was very young when the Uran Verein whisked me from university to end station. I was promised the opportunity to explore a new frontier of atomic research. When I realized that meant weapons research, I requested reassignment. Little did I know my transfer would be to a much more insidious project, led by Dr. Friedrich Steiner. After a year, I literally could no longer stomach it. I defected as part of Operation Paperclip. It has been something of a storied career since then, but given Ethereum's potential, I am still hopeful Requiem will make the right decision on where to focus its efforts.
Well, we're in the thick of it now, aren't we? So far, these breaches have been random. We've had to scramble to react to their sudden appearance. But if Omega has the tech to control when and where these portals open... Nope. Shouldn't even entertain that thought. Maybe it's just down to the region's dimensional fragility and they haven't actually developed the tech to open them willy-nilly. At least not yet. Now, as for this whole conscripted labor thing, forcing people across the threshold to collect crystals and data, that is not okay. Hopefully my device will help us solve that problem. At least in terms of research gathering. More on that later. What I'm still really keen to understand is the transformative properties of Ethereum. We saw what happened to those poor sods at End Station. Some of the infected remain mostly humanoid, while others resemble more powerful, evolved creatures. What made their transformations different? Take that infected Omega soldier, the one who helped us with the particle accelerator. Why did he turn into that? That's one of the things I'd like to answer. Maybe not here, maybe not today, but it's on the list. We've seen the element's impact on humans and the environment, the infected transformations, the blossoming crystals. Now, what I'm really eager to learn is, can we harness and control the effects? Keep the benefits and discard all the crap that hurts us? We saw what happened when Boyer genetically modified bacteria. We got insulin. Changed the world. So what if we alter bacteria from the infected? What genetic secret do you unlock? Super strength? Pain resistance? Immortality? Okay, no, actually, I do not like the sound of that at all. I know I'm essentially working for the military now, but I'd really rather focus on how all this helps the world. Helps people. That's what I want. I hope you feel the same.
I got strike team arriving at the village. They're ready to go.
No more games, Peck. Where are you keeping her?
Well, she's not here. I'm conducting a little experiment. How long can a person survive in the dark ether? It's been a few days, so my money's on her being dead already. I could help you bring her back. But why would I do a stupid thing like that? Now, if you'll excuse me, with the power back on, I can finish my data transfer to Omega HQ. Ciao, suckers.
Fucking Suka. The Dark Ether is a death sentence. I have seen it break men who survived the Gulag. There are other ways to make back talk. Return.
What's your big plan, Ravenov?
When Omega first sent men into the Dark Ether, they came back crazy, telling stories we knew could not be true. To extract the truth, we created a special serum. This keycard will get you access to the materials needed to make a dose. This truth serum will make that bastard Peck tell you anything.
So, find the compounds, make a dose, then we give Peck a taste of his own medicine.
I don't see it fixing his personality problems, but getting a little honesty out of that rat will be a nice change of pace.
My truth serum? I suppose you think you're clever. Is it even a proper dose? Oh, it might be. Symptom check, warm tingles, goosebumps, feeling of happiness, euphoria. Which means it's time for hallucinations, memories, my memories. I see, is that? I believe it is. The meaning of life, to dance. Steady now, Martha. You must follow my lead. Ouch. Damn it all, Martha. Watch my toes. I only have the 10. You wore the necklace from your 40th. Bought it at Dahlia's, your favorite. The truth is that you interrupted a lovely waltz with my Martha. But, the portal, you'll need the codes to restart the quantum mainframe. Dr. Sokolov and Brahms have them. But to locate Maxis, you'll need her dimensional tracker ID tag. Sabine has that. Oh, yeah. They're all dead. Or infected. Head to the data center. There may be something that can help you.
Tell these children, keep up. More rest, recreation. All I care about are results. Tech ignores me. Drums chats ends. Neither has done more than I have to make the now, for the mainframe. I JZK5D.
That's the second activation code. Good work. That's what we need to reboot the mainframe.
Downloading content for this.
Nice work. Let's get the mainframe rebooted.
I'm not about to count undead chickens before they hatch, but if this works, we should have your agent back in no time.
Disk received. Downloading contents. Activation codes accepted. Track ID coordinates locked in.
Be advised, quantum mainframe is online. Dimensional breach in progress in a mega portal chamber. Dimensional breach in progress. Breach progression 25%. Breach progression 50%. Breach progression 75%. Attention, membrane instability detected. Stabilization required.
It's always something. Maybe Peck can still prove useful. Peck, we need to stabilize the portal, and I want the truth. The truth? The truth is I told myself it's okay to betray my country, my beliefs. Martha, her truth was cold. Mine was warm, safe, a lie. That's the thing about the truth. It's unforgiving. It doesn't care. Your feelings don't matter. But your truth, stabilize the portal. You need more power. Find Ethereum crystals. Take them to the ether reactors. Should work. Now, leave me alone. Please.
You need Ethereum? I know some soldiers have been stealing crystals to sell on black market. As they are all dead, I do not think they will mind if you reclaim them for the motherland. Karma is a cruel bitch after all. I do not know where they hid crystals, but an ether meter could find them. There is one in cabinet nearby. I can provide the passcode. The code is 7260.
He may bleed Russian bread, but once again, Ravenov comes through for us.
Maxis picks her friends carefully.
Our level 3 days progress.
That should do it. Get to the
30
OPC.
seconds until containment failure.
Almost there.
Stabilization failure. Orbital collapse imminent. Primary power offline. Full system shutdown in progress.
10, 9.
Wait, what's happening? See, here's
7,
the thing.
6,
If
5,
you believe my
4,
deception, does
setting
that
rally
make
point.
it true?
1.
Of course
North
not.
Medania.
It means the truth serum wore off early because the compounds weren't mixed correctly. Heck, you son of a bitch! What have you done? I didn't do anything. You chose to overload the mainframe. You destroyed your only way to bring Maxis back. You also wiped the hard drive so you can't steal my research either. You lost this one. Take it on the chin. Go home. We're not done here. There's got to be another way. Wait a minute. Is that satellite ready? With the energy beam? From the director's new project?
The one for Operation Threshold? Where's your head at, Weaver? Oh. Oh. Clever son of a bitch. You think the beam will generate the power we need to open the portal? We'll need to find a way to divert power to all 3 reactors. That satellite dish should work. Our satellite's up there somewhere. Locate it, and you can realign the dish down here to its position.
Realigning my satellite dish? Just what are you up to out there? Got your attention now, don't I, Peck? Stick around. You'll want to see this.
Satellite dish in position. Requiem control, you've got a green light. Fire when ready.
Connection established, systems nominal. Locking target. Initiating firing sequence. Firing in 3, 2, 1.
What the hell is that? Are you firing a goddamn space laser at my satellite dish?
2 minutes until containment failure.
Facility operating at full power.
Do you...
Not coming with us?
There is an operation underway in the Ural Mountains. I have to stay in the field.
This is the only way.
I told you once, Omega is not who we are. I do this for the good of the motherland. For the good of us all.
Try not to break anything else.
Remember, there's nothing so broken that it cannot be fixed.
Sam, are you okay?
I'm ready to come in, Weaver. We have a lot to talk about.
Finally! Could you have taken any longer to get here?
You were smart to transmit your research. You demonstrated loyalty, to an extent.
To an extent? What more do you want? Just wait until we get back to Moscow. We'll see what the Colonel thinks about this.
Really? Do you really want to know what I think? I want to see a demonstration of your commitment to Omega. Tell me, Doctor. Which is your better eye?
It is not fun being on the run, but you know that better than anyone. I have news. Bad news. Omega's operations are expanding rapidly, in the way we feared most. We have noticed an uptick in activity deep in the Ural Mountains. More people coming in every day. There's talk of a special operation. As I said, bad news.
Neutralized. Do I look tired? No.
Energy Research voice memo to Requiem Strike Team from Dr. Oscar Strauss. Subject: the proper care and feeding of essence conversion modules. First, the modules are currently in orbit. You must call them down with the launch control station we've already placed in the outbreak zone. Trust me, it's simple enough that even someone like you can use it. Once they land, the modules will absorb the essence of any infected you kill nearby. All you have to do is, well, what you do best. When they have reached full charge, that is when things get interesting. The unit's internal lab exposes the essence to refined Ethereum crystals. This establishes a connection with the objects in the dark ether dimension through a process called quantum entanglement. In layman's terms, the essence you collect is transformed into a dark ether object. It's our way of examining the contents of our parallel reality without requiring you to go there. You're welcome. Now get to work. The Ethereum Harvesting Unit. To the layman, it's not terribly impressive, just a metal box with a canister in it, quietly sitting there, sucking in airborne Ethereum particles. But there is a reason my science teams risk their lives to place these units across the zone. With Ethereum concentrations greater in the Ural Mountains than anywhere else on Earth, these harvesting units are absolutely vital in our race against the Soviets to harness the power of the dark ether. Once filled, each canister must be collected for rocket transport to international waters. We considered other modes of travel, but rockets really are the quickest, cleanest way to get the samples out of the outbreak zone. Which is not to say retrieving these canisters is easy. They are heavy, cumbersome things, and once disengaged from the harvesting unit, there is a limited amount of time to get them to the rocket before the samples degrade. They also draw hostiles like flies to honey. I have lost more than a few people on collection duty. I have therefore requested that Field Ops Strike Teams support all future canister retrieval efforts.
The recon rover. Ugh, this is a tough one for me. I mean, yes, I recognize the absolute need to send monkeys into the dark ether. It's the only way to record that dimension's effects on the physiology, and it's certainly a lot less risky than sending in my people, but I really do need to stop naming those monkeys. Anyhow, here's how it works. We leave a dark ether recon rover parked in an area where we've recorded instability in the dimensional membrane. Our strike team activates the rover and then do their best to keep the nasties off until it can successfully enter a rift and start sending back telemetry. The data we're getting is remarkable. I'm starting to understand how Ethereum transmutes living organisms on a cellular level. We've even recorded the specific moment when the subject starts metabolizing Ethereum to continue functioning post-mortem. It's just difficult reviewing the data. They scream once they cross over. A lot. And then they go quiet. And then they start to laugh. This is Dr. Elizabeth Gray with a few thoughts on the new specimen analyzer stations. We're using them to run field tests on undead anatomy, specifically genetic mutations and structural changes in the cerebral cortex. It's a rather grisly affair, severing some poor infected bloke's head and putting it in a jar for a proper soft tissue mapping and DNA sequencing. But if we can identify the root stimuli and catalysts for all these physical transformations, we'll be one step closer to preventing them. Unfortunately, those heads aren't quite deceased, and they seem to call out to the other infected in the area. I say this because the creatures always come running whenever we perform a scan. I'm not quite sure if they're trying to rescue their fellow deadhead, or if it's more like sharks sensing an injured fish, but I'm working on a way to insulate the unit so that the sample's distress won't draw unwanted attention. Until then, my unnatural sciences teams may require some rather robust protection to operate the Dark Ether specimen analyzer.
Our strike team has taken down a lot of different hostiles, some bigger and badder than others. Every encounter is a risk to life and limb, but as far as my containment and security division is concerned, we learn the most from their engagements with Apex-level threats, the Dark Ether's high-value targets, for lack of a better term. So we've come up with a way to guarantee they'll be tangling with an HVT. It's an energy cannon platform parked in a geosynchronous orbit over the Ural Mountains. When an uplink station is activated, the satellite fires a dimensional disruptor beam that literally pulls an HVT out of the Dark Ether into the AO. Strauss gave me a bit of grief when I suggested we call them HVTs. He still sees this enemy as a disorganized mob, but I see a hierarchy at work, and the top dogs are calling the shots. Of course, I may be reading too much into it, but even if these Apex threats are as brain-dead as their foot soldiers, the more of them we kill, the better. We've identified certain Ethereum crystal structures in the outbreak zone that the lab coats are calling power nodes. They're the biggest crystals out there, almost beautiful in their own way. But if what the experts are telling me is true, they are scary as hell. My people have determined these power nodes are here to fundamentally alter the environment. It's a process they call terraforming. Basically, they're slowly transforming the air and ground around them to make it more hospitable to the creatures crossing over from the Dark Ether. They do this by continually releasing Ethereum in its gaseous form, and we know that the only thing keeping those monsters inside the outbreak zones is their proximity to an Ethereum source. They wander too far away, and they drop dead. We've recorded all this on our instruments, but you don't need any equipment to know how powerful one of those crystals is. All you have to do is get up close to a power node, and it feels like, I don't know, like the shrooms are kicking in. Yeah, I said it. I saw some shit in Nam. But nothing that messed with your head as bad as this. So I've made it a priority for our strike teams to blow them up whenever they find one. No fucking way we're gonna just let these things turn Earth into their favorite vacation spot.
Strike Team, I want to thank you on behalf of everyone here for what you accomplished in Vietnam. The intel you recovered from Omega Group is already paying off in new technology and weapons. This is especially important as we launch operations in the Ural Mountains. The AO you've entered is richer in Ethereum than anywhere else on the planet. But Omega is already hard at work there. Never forget, we are in a race against time to harness the Dark Ether before they do. The winner of this Ethereum arms race may well be decided by your actions here. So, we can't fuck this up. Weaver out. Just want to be clear on what's expected from you. Every department at Requiem has a stake in this. Energy research, unnatural sciences, security and containment. They all have special equipment in the field that we need you to test. Strauss, Gray, and Carver will give you the details at the appropriate time, and I expect you to follow their instructions to the letter. Remember, these experiments and operations aren't busy work. They're important. They're how we eventually win. Some of you have asked, repeatedly, about Agent Maxis. I get it. You risked your life to save her, then weeks went by with no word on her condition. I get it. Well, I'm finally authorized to let you know she's recovering. At least, physically. She's been under observation in an isolation ward, getting the best care the agency can provide, but she went through things in the Dark Ether that would have broken most people. It's a miracle she survived. She's not infected. She's on the mend. And everything you went through to bring her back, absolutely worth it.
Good evening, Agent Maxis. I am Major Carver. I hope you're recovering from your ordeal.
Major, Would that make you Requiem's highest-ranking military representative?
Please, call me Mac. My friends do. Now, I'm gonna get down to brass tacks. We are fighting a war that we both know we're losing. I was hoping your experiences could shed some light on just how far the enemy has gotten ahead of us.
Which enemy? Are you talking about Omega? Or the others?
When you say others, I'm assuming you mean hostile elements from within the Dark Ether itself. Are they mobilizing? Are their forces strategizing an assault on our world? What kind of technology do they possess? Is there some kind of hierarchy we should be aware of?
Well, Mac, to answer your questions in order, yes, yes, yes. I'm not sure, probably. But I'd be lying if I said I understood it. The whole experience of being trapped there was confusing.
With all due respect, Agent Maxis, as a former agent of the BND, there have doubtless been times in your career, your life, where lying and misleading those around you was very much essential.
Do you think I'm lying to you, Major Carver?
No. But I am concerned about the content of some transmissions you sent while you were in the Dark Ether. Some of them seem to imply that you yourself might have caused the outbreak at Outpost 25.
I don't know how that would be possible. Do you?
In recent months, we've seen a lot of things we never thought possible. So, if any details do come back to you, I trust you will let us know.
Of course. Now, if you don't mind, I would like to get some sleep.